I'm Gesine and this is my flat together with my wife Mary. Previously this space was just a one-bedroom flat. It was very narrow and quite dark. Even in summer you had to put the light on. And the ceiling height was really low as well. It finished here where you see now the supporting structure, and then this was a side opening, so we had a door. And one of the things that really annoyed us in a way was you couldn't see the garden at all. I used to spend so much time in the garden gardening, and then I could never really sit out there or see it to enjoy. And through this extension we opened up the space. We don't even sit outside anymore because we just can see it now. When I'm eating, having my breakfast, enjoy looking at something beautiful. Yeah, it's marvelous. We had worked with an architect to develop the plans, and with the architect initially came a builder. So we said, okay, this is the pair we're going to be working with. But then we heard that that builder actually wasn't doing good work. And Greater Space actually turned up. They were just doing a property down the road saying, look, we're doing this, should we give you a free quote? First of all, it was a quote we could afford. The architect initially was a bit nervous working with Greater Space because he said this is a very competitive quote they've given you. I hope they know what they are doing. After the site visit, he talked to us outside on the paving saying, look, these guys know what they're doing. I'm really happy with this. And since then, he's been really good relationship. So Greater Space really worked well with our architect. I think they're doing another project now together. We had site visit once a week. Was someone with Greater Space, and normally the site manager was always there, and sometimes the architect came. Lots of decision happened throughout the building process. You might want to have a little bit of time in the space. So yeah, we often came here on the weekends just to have a look around and try things out. Because of COVID, we couldn't really stay much longer with our friends. So we had to say, like, guys, just make it livable, we have to come. And they were really accommodating with that as well, and really appreciated that. It's a space to live in and not just to put your head down. It's a light room, it's got really nice floor to ceiling height. We've sort of slightly dug it into the ground, so there's a couple of steps going up to the garden. To get good light in there, we decided to have a skylight, and yeah, it really makes a massive difference. We wanted really a space where we could combine living and kitchen together. Particularly Mary really wanted to have this peninsula or island to be able to entertain. So it's all about someone who can cook and sit here and have a cocktail, and that's sort of the right start in the evening. This is sort of the space we sit when we're looking at our phones, in a way. We had the bathroom redone because they had to move its location. It feels bigger now, and it's just really neat, tidy space now, and everything just works fine. Because the corridor is sort of a movement space, it's a practical space. And the tiles are small, but also they are shiny because it's quite dark space. The shininess lifts that space. And then we've done some refurbishment work around the bedroom and our study and second bedroom. So now we have actually a dedicated space to work in, and also a dedicated guest room, which previously we didn't have either. Heating the space previously was a nightmare, and now we've got insulation in, and now we're really benefiting from that because of course with lockdown we're in all the time. It's much warmer. Something I really valued, that in terms of payments, progress and scope, the communication was super clear, and you could always talk about it, and nothing was done before you hadn't approved it. We had some unforeseen changes. The guys who then installed the kitchen, I mean, normal high street retailer, we thought, okay, let them build the kitchen. And the snagging was a nightmare. They just disappeared. We had to call them a million of times. And none of this happened with Greater Space. So all the snagging lists got worked off and done, and they were always there when we needed them. I don't know how we would have survived lockdown in the previous space. It's a joy to be here. I really enjoy this space every day. It's your own money, you're doing this the first time, you're massively nervous, there's huge risk involved. Of course there are pricier builders out there and that might give you a bigger service, and there are also the cowboys that give you a really good price, but whether you really want to engage in that level of risk and stress is sort of another matter, and it can really end up in tears. And with Greater Space it was sort of just that level where it was affordable but also trustworthy. Trust your instincts, trust the people you work with. Definitely recommend working with Greater Space. Even it might not look like that at some stages, it will come out good and it's definitely worth it.